I am very excited today. I wanted to show you something that I picked up. I bet you're curious. You know, my girls, I'm telling you, since the slaughter, they've been showing symptoms of depression. My golden buff Orpington, she stayed in most of the day for the next few days after that, and even turned in early for another week or so. She's just now sort of coming out of it. You know, usually when one passes, I'll lay them out so the rest of them know, because, you know, some of them do pair up and we'll look for them, so I think it's fair to just let them know. However, I never had to lay out 5 birds at once for them, and even though they all looked them over, I gotta kind of wonder if it registered different with them that time, because even Rooster, Who is his name, his behavior, he's usually pretty surly and stubborn, but he's been much easier to handle. And he'll come up to me sometimes, I swear to God, just like he's trying to ask me a question, and he just gives me this series of clucks. Kind of like he's saying, all right, where is everybody, man? Are they in the house? You know? So, I believe Sweetie in her own way kinda told me, hey, let's get some more. Well, you never have to twist my arm when you want to start talking about getting more chickens. So, I thought it would be interesting to start a series from the very beginning on how I handle hens, so they're easier to handle later when other issues arrive, like illnesses, injuries, and things like that. And I have some methods that I'm including in a book dedicated to raising your own backyard flock. That I think will take a lot of frustration out of it for some of you that's thinking about getting into it. So let's go inside and take a look and see what I got, because I'm excited. All right, now, these little girls, very basic setup. Now, I think it's kind of best that they don't, so they can't see through the sides of the tote, so they don't freak out by the cats who stand around the edge knowing there's something in here that they would love to get their paws into. That's why I did this. I'll show you why I did that and how I did that in another video. I'm going to pull this out of the way. Now, I only had these girls for about 2 or 3 days before they started responding to me in a very positive way. Had them less than a week. Just going to move this out of the way. Look at that. So we have 2 Silver Lace Wyandottes. And that little one right there is a Cornish Cross. And those 2 are Silkies. I know. So you just want to kind of hover over them. Look at that, baby. See, just move slow. I've been handling them a little bit, so now when I walk by, there we go, baby. Look at you. Aren't you beautiful? I make it a habit to handle each one of them at least twice a day. In the morning and in the evening while I'm handling their food. Look at that. Oh yeah, they're getting excited in there now. They're like, look at one of us made it out again. I know it's kind of boring in there, ain't it, sweetheart? There's something about a Wyandotte. They seem like there's like this, they have a higher sensitivity, like when interacting with you. I mean, she'll listen to me and look at me, and look at that. She get all up in my grill. You just have to talk to them, man. I know, aren't you beautiful? Oh, you pulled at one of my bushy nose hairs? Hey, I'm 50. Leave me alone. Alright, now watch how easy she gets off. And see, after the first one, the rest of them, look at that, baby. You won't get off? You won't come back up? Those are my girls right there. You won't come back up? I know. That's why I had to make that lid, because they're starting to get used to being handled. So when I come in and look down at them, they'll try to jump up and flop out in between the tote and the bars. That's why I put the rest of that chicken wire. You gonna let me? Can I get your sister? Can I get your sister, baby? Go on. All right. So I'm just going to reach in since I'm right-handed. Look at that girl right there. She's beautiful. See that? That's a girl right there. Now I know I got to watch you. I got to watch you because you're a little froggy. Aren't you beautiful? Look at those toes. I don't know what your name is going to be, but it's going to be awesome. You just got to tell me what it is, and then there you go. See, they'll come to you. Look at that. I give you a little kiss on the wing because she's adorable. Now, look at that. See that? Okay, any day now. See that? Look at you. You're probably wanting back up, aren't you? It only took me 2 or 3 days to get them like this. You just talk to them, handle them slowly. But first let them see you being that one that brings them food and water. Look at that. Now you gonna get off and let me pick up some of the others? Uh-oh, here comes that corner. She's usually the one you gotta kind of run around a little bit. She's a fireball. Look at that. You gonna let me pick up some of the others? You're gonna hog me all to yourself. Come on now. Let me grab one of them other ones. There we go. I won't pick you up just because you're the smallest. Look at you. And those little tiny feet. I kissed your toes. I don't care if they got poop on them. Look at that. Isn't she beautiful? I don't know what your name is going to be, but it's going to be cool. Trust me. I have a way about coming up with names. But that all depends on you. You get bored in there, don't you? That's alright. We'll have you out in the yard before you know it. With these cold snaps, we got to get you past requiring a heat light. So I'm going to put you back down in there. Oh, would you look at that. Now this little girl right here, I already named her Doe. When she first came in, she was just a little cotton ball and had the biggest doe eyes I ever seen. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to call you Doe. She's a good little girl. Look at those little feathers. You didn't even have that when you came in. You were a fuzzy ping pong ball. I know. You're a little... Man, you just don't know how good you're going to have it. Now... You want to go back down there, baby? Go ahead. Look at that. You gonna get down? Okay. Now I'm gonna reach for your sister. It better be your sister. But I'm starting to feel like this one might be a rooster. Let me see if she does it. Alright, yeah, you do something with your head when we're talking that I've only ever seen a rooster do. But we're not going to use the R word because I want you to be a girl, not a boy. And if you turn out to be a boy, I got to figure out if you are as soon as possible so I can triple down on the attention. Because once they start crying, whoa! Doggone it. I'm sorry. You okay, baby? You okay, baby? Doggone it. That was you. But you're okay. Alright. Yeah, once they start crowing, they lose half of what you taught them when you were raising them. Hens you can build credit with. They'll just get more comfortable around you. But a rooster, their brain shuts off when they start crowing. So, my theory, hello ladies, I know I'm going to change you over in a little bit. Get you some more food. Look at you guys. See, it's just about moving slow. Look at that. Aren't you guys? See that? Aren't you cute? Anyway. That about does it for this video. I'm going to keep up with these two, or these 5. I did actually lose one, you know, Tractor Supply, and there's 6 minimum. It was the smallest one. You know, sometimes you lose one. That's why you should always Start with 4 minimum, but I would say no more than 6 at a time for a better interactive experience. So, until the next video, guys, this is what you're going to have to do if you want to be able to handle them. I'm going to put together a series of videos on how I assimilate them and slide them right into the flock with everybody else, and I make it so they're easy to handle. Stay tuned for the next couple of videos, guys. This is going to be fun. But I think I spotted a rooster. Dope! We'll holler at you later.